Hi everyone. I'll just fix it up here. Oh, there. Is that better? Okay. Now see, is missing top of my head. That is now good. I'll just get the chat up and we'll use all come and enjoy me today. I hope this live stream's going to be okay because I'm normally upbeat and happy, but as you can tell with the title, it's not been the best week for me. And I'll tell you why, but he's squinty. Why do I always have you squinty? Is that better? See the Jack Russells though, look at that. That was my Valentine's Day, was they too. Unconditional love there, guys. Oh, hi Bailey, Sadie, Soul Search, hello. Everyone remember put it on live chat, because I always end up forgetting. There we go, is that us now? I think that's us now, good. Emmanuel, hello. Laura, hello. Abby, hi. Hello to you all. Hope you are all having a lovely Saturday. I'll show you outside. Hi Leah. There's lovely Leah. Look, it's horrible outside. See the rain. See, that might be contributing to the way I'm feeling just now. I'm not feeling the best. I'm not going to lie to you. Hi Tina. So I won't be able to see the chat because I'm going to just talk to you here. Plate. Hello. Hello everyone. Lovely, lovely people that I absolutely love. Yous make my day. Honestly, yous do. No, it's not stopped here all morning. It's been the same, but at least it's not snow. I love looking at snow, but I just don't like driving in it. It gives me the fear. Hello, Johnny. Are you in Texas? Wow. I would love to go to Texas one day because I'm a NASA. I'm right into NASA. I've been to Kennedy Space Center twice, but I'd love to go to Johnson Space Center at some point, but it probably will never happen. But there you go. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you, and if anyone else, Leah, if anyone else comes in, please just tell them I said hello, and I'm going to be venting probably because I've not been feeling the best. I have not, and I suppose it's good for other people to talk about how they feel because there's a lot of stigma and shame attached to it, like depression and things like that. People are ashamed to talk about it. I know I'm pretty ashamed to talk about it, but I thought today I would, vent it and tell you all how I'm feeling. I am going through the change of life right now because the chemotherapy has pushed me through it. I mean, I'm 40, what age am I? 47? I forget my age, but that's quite early still. So I'm getting pushed into the change of life. So my hormones are up and down, up and down, up and down, my hormones. But it just takes the slightest little thing to trigger me off. So as you know, I'm going to go into funnier topics, right? We'll just get this over with first, the negativity, because I don't like talking about it. But little things trigger me. Little things. For instance, right, I'm going to show you something, right? See my bin? My bin is on the table. I was triggered earlier on because Mr. Mikey likes to bin rake, as we say, right? It means if there's any crisp packets, cookie wrappers, anything in the bin, even if there's not, it doesn't matter what's in the bin, Mr. Mikey likes to take it out. So that is the same trash that's been in the bin all morning, and Mr. Mikey's had out 5 times the same amount of trash, 5 times, and 5 times I've had to pick it up and put it back in the trash can, right? So it's triggered me so much that now I've had to take the trash can, instead of going and emptying it outside, now I've got it on my table because it's triggering. Hello, Pink Salamander. Isaac, hello. Corinne, hello. Johnny, Sadie, I've said Sadie. So, slightest thing kind of triggers me. So on Wednesday, everyone knows I like to, I do my swimming in the morning. I do 100 lengths of the pool every morning and I enjoy it. I enjoy every length. I don't rush and do my swimming. I enjoy just every length. And see, when I'm swimming, it's like I'm in tunnel vision. It doesn't matter what's going round about me unless there's some crazy guy sitting directly in front of me exposing his bits, which I've talked about before, right? But usually I just ignore everything else and I'm in tunnel vision and I just do my swimming and my mind wanders to all different things, you know. Oh, what needs cleaned in the house? What do I need to buy this week for grocery shopping? What am I going to make for dinner tonight? You know, things like that just go through my mind while I'm doing my swimming. So I thoroughly enjoy doing my swimming. And when I come home, I feel good that I've done something. Plus, see, when I'm in the water, it gives me some kind of pain relief. Now, you all know I'm struggling. Look, still on. The boot's still on. I'm struggling with pain. I'm really, really struggling with it. All I'm taking is paracetamol. Right, that's what I'm taking is paracetamol. And it's doing absolutely nothing. But I'm taking it in hope that it does something, you know. So while I'm in the swimming and I'm in the jacuzzi, especially because it's nice and warm, and I'm in the pool, it eases the pain, right, in the ankle. It really, really does. So Wednesday comes, my tumble dryer's been broke for a while. So I had ordered a new tumble dryer. So they said I'm getting a new tumble dryer. It was getting delivered on Wednesday. So they never gave me a time frame. So I had to not go to my swimming and I had to wait on this tumble dryer being delivered. It got delivered at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I could have been my swimming. So that triggered me. So I was instantly in a downer. I just felt my mood drop dramatically. That and I had a pile of washing to get through to wash and dry. So the tumble dryer was red hot. I was going to do a video on Wednesday. I never done it because I felt so bad, and I honestly think this is why I don't like talking about this, because I think me talking about it, I'm hoping it doesn't go through the camera into use, you know, this negativity, because I do believe in that, you know, negative vibes give off some kind of energy. So I didn't want to do a video while I was feeling down. And anyway, the tumble dryer was red hot. The tumble dryer was on non-stop from the minute I got it. So since then, my mood has dropped really, really, really bad. And I am on some kind of antidepressants. I am on them. Um, you know, we're going through cancer and all this kind of stuff. It messes with your head, it does. People talk about physical things about cancer, you know, and cancer treatment and stuff like that. But it also messes with your head so bad. And people don't really talk about it. For instance, I dream about cancer probably every week. There's been a dream every week that something to do with cancer, you know, my leg's falling off and it's the cancer and you know, this and that, and it's all to do with, you know, you never stop. And people that you talk to that have been through it are probably the same. Because my brother's going through it and he's saying the same things, and I'm saying, and I hate to say to him, it's never going to stop. Because this is like, we're coming up in 5-6 years now since I went through it all. You know, he's just gone through it just now, and I'm thinking, you're never, that's going to be with you forever. It's in your brain. So I've got a lot of negative stuff going on in my brain just now, and I start to feel I hate myself. Right, that's the feeling I get. The feeling I get, and it was Valentine's Day yesterday. So I had the Valentine's Day blues. Nobody loves me. Who's going to love me? Look at the leg. Who's going to want someone with a leg like this? You know, just hating myself. Absolutely hating myself. And not even physical, but mental, and thinking you're so daft. You know, it's like voices in my head saying, you're worthless. Who's going to want you? And you know, just all that kind of stuff's been happening to me, guys. All of that's been going on. So I'm putting it down to the change of life. That's what I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down to the change of life, because, and is that my daughter, and hi baby. missing that one day of swimming has, that's the trigger for me. And that's why it's like, it's not even like a habit. It's something I must do. I must go to my, if I don't go to my swimming, that's what happens to me. It absolutely triggers me. So for the rest of the week, I've just been triggered. Nothing's made me happy. I've been down. You know, Mr. Mikey going through the bin, right? I've got another story to tell you. Mr. Mikey going through the bin probably wouldn't ever annoy me. You know, I'd just pick up the stuff and put it back in the bin. But today, is look, there's the bin. The bin is on the table because I'm triggered. So this is what's going on. And I just want to say, if there's other people out there that are going through this, I suppose it's normal. Is this is, and maybe I'm abnormal. I don't know if I'm abnormal or if this just happens to people. Especially, you know, going through the whole change of life thing. Do you know what? This is Amanda, I've been actually watching videos today of the women's prison in Scotland is called Cortonvale, right? And that's the only women's prison. I was sitting watching it today and I was thinking, wouldn't that be great being there? Oh, look at them all. They're all happy, all sitting, hugging each other. And, oh, they're like sisters. And they can... My mind is away. My mind is absolutely away just now. And I just want to... I don't know if it's the... As I say, look at the weather. Look at the weather we've got. I don't know if it's a combination of things. I mean, my medication, it should be working. Oh, see, there is a squint again. But I'm just feeling terrible. I'm just feeling so bad. You're in Inverness, Sky Spirit. It's normal. See, it's just, I've been feeling so bad. See, he's a squinty. If I get, listen, see if I've got his squinty, just type in the chat squinty. I'll fix you. Oh, Abigail, thank you for that. See, and I love all yous, and I do, and I talk about yous all the time. See, I suppose a lot of YouTubers say that and they don't mean it, but I actually do. I talk about yous all the time. Oh, Carly, thank you for that. Oh, there's my beautiful Arab. Yeah, I've been feeling. That's how I didn't, and because I didn't do a video, I've had guilt as well on top of that. I felt guilty about not putting a video out because I always usually put a video out on Wednesday. But I couldn't come on Wednesday when I felt so... I mean, I really did feel terrible on Wednesday. And then, as I say, the tumble dryer was red hot going in the wash machine because I'd washing, like, the washing basket was like flowing, overflowing. Yeah, well, I think, you know, this is kind of like a therapy kind of thing, being able to talk to yous and tell yous exactly how I'm feeling. And maybe if other people are feeling the same, you know. I know that there's a lot of people that do YouTube that this is their therapy, and it really is, because you get to vent stuff that you maybe not vent to other people. You know, you get to actually vent, and you've got nobody... Well, I suppose you have got people judging you. You get trolls and stuff like that, obviously, but you get people that can share their experience as well. Oh, see, you are all absolutely wonderful. You turned 40 last week. Oh, you... Carly, 40. I mean, I'm 47. Am I 47 or 48? I think I'm 48. See, my mind is gone right now. This is what I'm saying. My mind is just not with it. I'm just not with it. And the pain, yes, Pink Salamander, see the pain in my ankle's been... In fact, I had... Well, remember, last week I was talking about, I had a delivery guy, and I asked a delivery guy that was chatting me up, right, at the door. I had a different delivery guy this week that I've always, that's obviously seen me before, right, and I've got the boot on, you know, dragging this leg about, and I says to him, I'll take my shopping here, so I'm taking my shopping in, and he said, have you been to the doctors with your leg, hen? I said, the last time I got a detailed scan, the metal rod going down, the screws are actually coming loose, right? And this is all inside my bone, so you can imagine the screws are coming loose inside the bone. I says, so that's what, and he's going, oh, like that to me. He says, so you're going back to the hospital? I said, no. He said, you're not going back to the hospital? I said, no, I'm not going back to the hospital. I says, if I go back to the hospital, they'll have the bloody leg open, they'll have the metal pulled out, I'll end up with infection in the bone, and the leg will be gone. And he said to me, oh, Bella, I can understand that, Hen. You know, I wasn't in the mood. And then afterwards I thought, I hope I wasn't rude to this man. I didn't mean to be rude. But, you know, everybody that comes to the door, delivery or that, oh, what happened to your leg? Yeah, I've got to go through that. And I don't, you know, people ask, it was, you know, you've got a big thing on your leg, but what happened to it? So I've got to go through this every time about what happened to the bloody leg. You know, it goes, oh, how did that happen? I've got to go into it all. Oh, Arab's very heavily pregnant, and oh, I remember my hormones were absolutely wild at that time as well. But the thing about that, Arab, is you're looking forward because you know that you're going to have a wee baby, you're going to have a new life to look after, you know, and it's exciting. I feel as if I've got nothing exciting, nothing. You know, I'm watching prison documentaries and thinking, don't they have a great life right now? That's what I'm looking at. I'm going to take a drink of my drink. This is lemonade, tropical juice, and a little bit of Mrs. Doubtwater stuff. I don't want to say the word because my channel will be, people say bad things about my channel. But you know the stuff Mrs. Doubtwater likes, it's in here. Lushtopia, look at the babies. See, they were my Valentine's Day. Oh, Dee Marie, thank you so much for that. So, right. All that's going on, right? You know, my mind's away. I'm in absolute chaos. So, last night, I didn't feel the best. And I told you about Poppy casting, right? So, I changed my bed on Monday, right? And then last night I thought, you know, she was still a bit casty and hairy. I'm going to change my bed again. So I had ironed, all my sheets were all ironed, and I had sprayed lovely spray all over the sheets, so it was like that, and made a beautiful bed for myself. And I thought, I'm going to go in, watch some ASMR in my bed. You know, I love doing that, you know, just lying and relaxing and watching ASMR, concentrating that, forget about, you know, my mind. So I gets all organised, gets washed, gets ready for my bed, nice jammies on, and I crawls into bed. And as I do that with the cover, I notice on my bed what can only be described as brown goo, right? And a huge ball like that, a huge ball like this, a brown stuff. It looked like, right, it looked like number 2, that's exactly what it looked like. Huge ball of it like that, but also smeared like that along the bottom of my bed, right? And I sat up and I went, what the hell? Like that. And then it clicked. I told my son to feed the birds for me. Right, see my birdies out there? Right, see all the feeders? That one there has got fat balls in it. So when he was taking the stuff out to feed the birds, obviously a fat ball has fell on the floor and Poppy has got it in her mouth, and she's decided to jump up on the nice clean fresh sheets to chew on this. It wasn't to her taste, so she must have been just biting bits off and putting them like that out on my bed. A fat ball chewed up all over it. So I had to get up. And bear in mind, I'm not in the best place. and I'd just changed the bed. So I had to get up, I'd take the bloody, well, I got my son to take the fat ball off the bed, and then I took the sheet off, and it had soaked through into the duvet. So I had to get disinfectant and spray it all and scrub the duvet like that and everything, and put fresh sheets on. She's never got into trouble, or I didn't give her any trouble or anything like that, but that's just... Oh, you're watching Louis Theroux prison document. Listen, I'm going to give you a link, right, to the women's prison. This is the only female prison in Scotland. And if you can understand me, you might be able to understand some of these ladies, because they've got very thick accents. Let me paste that here. There you go. So that was my bed last night, and even though I had cleaned it up and everything, it's still in the back of my mind that I had missed some part. But I was saying to my daughter earlier on, can you imagine if I hadn't noticed? And I'm in my bed and I pull the covers over like that, and maybe a big dod of fat ball comes and lands in my eye, you know, with seeds, because it's got seeds in it, you know, it could have been terrible. Or bringing my duvet over, and sometimes I snuggle in, you know, put my nose into it like that, and it'd be a nose full of fat ball. Yeah, rolling in it, Lushtopia, rolling in the fat ball. And it's her. Look at it. Look at it though. See, I couldn't be mad with it. But it's amazing how animals, that is something I would say to people that have got mental health things. Animals help so much. Kaylee, yes. See, I've kind of been abandoned, but that's probably my own choice, because I'm not going back to the appointments. They've not gave me any appointments, right, for follow-ups, but I've not volunteered to do any follow-ups either, because I've got a kind of phobia as well now, a kind of terrible phobia with hospitals, because every time I seem to go to hospitals, they like to keep me in, you know, and I never want to get kept in their places, because they always put me in wards that have got really crazy people in it. And I don't know if they've got in my record somewhere, right, okay, there's Blueberry, like, put her in the ward over there with all the crazy people. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but they are actually crazy people. I mean, my daughters will tell you, they put me in the wards with the right, for instance, before I got the rod down my leg, they'd done a thing called a tendon transfer, right? Where they decided to cut the foot in both ways and put in new tendons. It's like elastic band kind of things, right? So they'd done that, and I couldn't walk for 6 weeks, so I had the wheelchair again then. And I was in a lot of pain, not as much as the metal rod, but I was in a lot of pain. And I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning one morning, and there was a lady in my bag, right, inside my bag. She was rummaging. And I said to her, what are you doing in my bag? And she says, I'm looking for my bra. I said, your bra's not in my bag. I says, look, we've not got any privacy in this hospital, never mind you going through my stuff. Thank you very much. Right, so I was not happy. I was like, pulling my, not as if I'd anything in my bag that you would want to steal, but, you know, you don't want people rooting about your stuff in the middle of the night. So, next day, you know, my loved ones came up to visit me. I think I was on morphine. I think I was still on the morphine at the time. So I was saying, did you make that lady coming over and rooting in my bag? So the woman that was in the next bed for me, she went away to watch the X Factor final, right? And into a wee TV room in the hospital. And I'm sitting talking to my loved ones, talking away to them like that. So this lady gets up again and she goes over to the woman next to me's locker. I mean, all this is absolutely true. and she takes out all her clothes, and walks into the bathroom and locks the door. And I was like to my ex-husband at the time, I said, oh, I said, she's took all the clothes out that lady's locker. I said, you're going to need to go and tell her. He's going, I don't want to tell her. I said, but you're going to need to tell her that lady's took all her clothes in, right? So no sooner had I said that, and the lady comes out the toilet all dressed, and the lady next to me's in her place, in her clothes. So she comes out with all her clothes on like that. And I was like, you're going to need to go and say her. So my ex-husband went in and said, listen, the wee woman that's the next bed down there has been into your locker, took all your clothes out, and now she's wearing your clothes and prancing about the ward, right? So this woman comes in, but she had two right burly daughters, like right sturdy looking daughters, right? Like, where's the fight kind of daughters? Where's the fight? That kind of daughters. So they all come in, and she went, what are you doing with my clothes? And the woman's going, they're my clothes. And she's going, they're my clothes out my locker. Like that. So she pulls the bag off this wee old woman. She's going, that's my clothes there. Look, that's my jumper. And then she went, that's my skirt. And then she went, that's my knickers. And then she went, oh, they're not my knickers. I was like, oh, throw them away like that. And she was like that with them. I said, I've got hand sanitizer if you need them. It was a whole... Listen, that's just one thing. This kind of crazy stuff happens everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. But needless to say, we had our eye on her. we had our eye on her. Yeah, pets are the best. Pets are the best. But imagine, I mean, that's just one thing coming in, and no, there was another poor wee lady, and I feel bad about this, but then again, I was in an awful lot of pain, and I was like right high on the morphine, and there was this wee lady across from, not the lady that stole the clothes was there, and then there was a lady directly across from me, and all she said was Jimmy, right? Jimmy in Scotland's like people call James, like my brother's called James, but people call him Jim or Jimmy. And all this woman would say was Jimmy. No, I swear to God, Jimmy, 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 oh Jimmy, 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 right? And I'm like, oh, it's a shame for her. And I really did feel so bad for that poor woman, you know. But see, like 3 days is straight Jimmys, you start to get, it really starts to get on your nerves, and you feel bad about it getting on your nerves, but it does. And when you've not had any sleep, right, because there's chaos breaking out all over the place in the wards. And in fact, there was a guy going to kill one of the nurses in the other ward. All I could hear was him shouting, don't you try and take my clothes off. I will rip you, right? I'm wired up to machinery. I'm thinking, what can I use as a cosh, as we call it in Glasgow? You know, like something to defend yourself. You know, I was cross-stitching at the time, and luckily I had little scissors, so I thought they'll do. Right, so this poor lady, right, she was Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. And it got to the stage where we were trying to get sleep, and we're going, shut up! Jimmy's not here. We're like, shut up, like that. So they took this wee lady out, and we had a night's sleep. So the next day they brought her in, and God, do you know, honestly, I feel so bad, because they brought her back in, but see when they were fixing her one day, and they took the covers off, and the lady had no legs. She had no legs. Her legs had been amputated from the knee down. So I felt like absolute shit, you know, because I felt bad. But I suppose it's just like a human response to feel these kind of feelings, but you still feel terrible about it. Carly, thank you so much for that, and thank you very much for stopping in. Oh yeah, see the morphine turns me into something else. That's how I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, you know, for a hobby, like the morphine. pink salamander. I don't think she would have lasted. She was quite an old lady as well. And I'm presuming Jimmy must have been her husband or something like that. And maybe she's been shouting out that this is what I think. Maybe she's, you know, been at the end of her life and maybe been shouting on him to come and get her. That's what I think. Oh, Louise, I'll show you how it is. It's terrible. But I've got another hospital. See, I've got another hospital story to tell you. See, you'll get it that, you know, they do send me into these wards with extraordinary people. I don't know, maybe it's me. I was saying that to my other daughter earlier, or maybe it's me that's absolutely crazy and everybody else is sane. So this other time, I was in a different hospital as well. It wasn't in the usual hospital, it was in a different hospital. And again, it was something to do with the leg. They were doing something to the leg. It was before the cancer and all that. So I was in and I got an operation done. Hi, Mystical, in the leg. I've had pins and everything all put in that leg. You've got to realise there's been a lot of work done in that leg. So I got an operation done in the leg anyway, and it was agony. I remember it was really, really painful, and I couldn't sleep. The pain, and even though I had morphine usually gives you a good sleep. But even though they had been giving me morphine and stuff like that, I couldn't sleep. The pain was just nick, nick, nick. It was like a heartbeat like that, you know. Am I cutting off there now? So I'm lying and there's a lady that was over, there was like four to a bed. There's 4 beds in each kind of ward thing, right? And over in the far corner there was this lady and she was just lying flat like that, right? And she was groaning now and again, but people do because we're all in pain. She's like that. So here, the next thing, the police come in, right? Now, I'm cross-stitching at the time, so I perk up. When I see the police coming in, I kind of perk up a bit, you know, fix my hair and stuff like that, you know. If I've got any kind of lip gloss or anything, you know, I put the police. You know, that gets my attention, so I'm sitting up like that and just doing my cross-stitching like that and pretending I'm not listening, right? So the police sit about our bed anyway like that. There's a couple of police and I'm like, oh, there's 2 of them, that's nice. You know, a man and a woman, so I'm like, who would I choose? Hard decision. So I'm like, oh, you know, kid on, you're not listening and all that. You know, I'm like looking at my book and all that. So the police are over there and the police say to her, why did you jump? And I was like, oh, here we go. Why did you jump? And I'm going, she's jumped for somewhere. And she went, I wasn't trying to kill myself. And they said, but you jumped for a 4th floor flat. Now that's quite high, considering, right? And I was like, oh my God, she's jumped for you know, and I'm going, don't listen, kid on, you're not listening. And I'm looking over like that all the time and pulling away and like, I'm showing I'm not listening. I'm too busy with the cross stitching. So she said, I wasn't trying to kill myself. And they said, but your whole bottom half is shattered. Our pelvis was shattered. Our legs were shattered. Our ankles were shattered. She was in so many splinters. She might never be able to walk again, this lady. She was the whole bottom half of her was completely, all the bones were just shattered. And she said, what it was, she says, is me and my boyfriend were drinking. She says, and I was going to go down to my friend's house, and he said, you're not going anywhere. And she says, I'm going out. He says, no, you're not. He says, I'm locking you in. So he took the keys, and he says to her, you're staying in here, and I'm going to lock the door, and that'll be. And she says, see if you lock me in, I'm going to jump out the window. And he locked her in, and she jumped. And she jumped. I was like, oh my, you know, there's a soap opera called EastEnders in the UK, and I'm thinking, this is I'm thinking, see if you could write that in EastEnders. That'd be an EastEnders episode right there. You know, that's going to pull in 1 million viewers right there, that. But I felt bad for the woman, but I thought, I can't imagine like me and my ex-husband having a fight and me saying to him, right, that's it. See if you go, I'm jumping out that window, and him going out and me just going, oh, like that, out the window. So, well, she'd done it. But, do you know, I honestly felt like going like that to her. That was the morphine in me, but I refrained and just kept doing my cross stitching. I was like, don't just do your cross stitching like that. Just do it. So the police went out, and when the police went out, no, she didn't, Louise, she didn't die. No, she didn't die. The whole bottom half of it, I don't even know if the lady will be able to walk today, but the total bottom half of her, every bone was just crushed. Her pelvis was in shatters, her legs, her ankles, the pins everywhere, the metal bolts through her, and it was the same lady that done my leg before, that had done the metal rod, that had came round and says to her, we don't know if you'll be able to walk again. But the next day, I'm a nosy. This is it. I'm so nosy, you get to know everything. But I you know, I'm nosy, so I can tell you so. So the next day, our son and our brother came up to visit her. See, the things you find out about people in hospital, you know everybody's business. Everybody, you know it all. You know when they pee, you know when they defecate, you know everything. You know everything about them. So our son and our brother come up the next day, and they're sitting right, and the two of them are sitting with their arms folded like that. And our son's looking at her and going, like that. And our brother turns around and goes, you know what? I can't even look at you right now. He says, I am absolutely, he says, you're lying there. He says, how many times have we told you to stay away from the, what was it he called them? Lowlifes or cronies or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. But, you know, all that went on. And then the doctors came round and says to her, look, we know the police have been in, but we've got the authority to tell police officers, no, they can't come in. If there's a patient that's lying there that they want to question, but the patient doesn't want to speak to the police, they can say, you're not coming in, you're not coming into the patient. So they'd say to her, is there anyone that you don't want us to bring in? I was like, I couldn't go. I was like, see, when my guests came up, my guests came up, which is my daughters, my son, and my ex-husband. When they come up, they didn't need to say a thing, because I just talked the whole time about the stuff that was going on like that. And I'm on morphine, so I'm blah, 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 telling them. And then all of a sudden, I heard the wee nurse come over and went, Linda, are you telling tales again? I was like, well, I probably am. Probably am telling tales. Oh. Oh yeah, Laura, it must have been a bad relationship. The woman's obviously been out her mind to jump out and see every flats I go by. In fact, my first house was on a high-rise flat, and I stayed in the very, very top, and it was like 11 up, and that was, see when you look down, that was a drop. So every time I go by high-rise flats, I think of 4, and I think that's a good drop to go. And for her to just jump out the window, she must have been at the end of her tether. Cronies, that's what it was, they called them, cronies. But see, I had that, and in the same time, this is why, when they come over and they say to me, how's your pain today? I say, my pain's great. I'm absolutely fine. My pain's good, right? And I'm in absolute agony, but I tell them that. And you shouldn't do that. I don't do what I do. But I do it for a reason. And see, this is another trick. See, I've learned a lot of tricks. Like day surgery, sometimes you go into day surgery and you're not doing too good, so they keep you in an all-nighter. I know what to do. See, after your day surgery, you come in, you say to them, oh, I'm really hungry. Oh, I could be doing me like a sandwich or something. Have you got a sandwich? And they'll say, oh, okay, of course. And I say, have you got any, a cup of tea and that? Oh, they bring over a sandwich and a cup of tea and a kid on or actually eat it. And say, oh, that was great. Oh, that was lovely, fantastic. And then you hear them going, well, Linda's actually had something to eat, doctor, and she's had something to drink, so we think that she might be okay to go home. And then they let me out. And there's been a few times they've just let me out, and I've just got out the hospital grounds, and I've been sick. Do you know, I think, Kaylee, I think maybe someone would have, no, that lady wasn't getting out of hospital anytime soon. And I think maybe they would have probably had someone like in a mental health coming up to interview her. Because I mean, do you know what, see if my ex-husband had locked me in, I would have stayed locked in, but see the minute I got out, that would have been it. You know, he would have never seen me again. Not many of us would go, right, well, okay, you're locking me in, I'm going to jump out that window. There's obviously been something really wrong there. So, oh, Joshua, it's a long story. It's a long story, but just this is just some of the stories I have had. This is it as well. I've been going through this all my life. All my life, I've been going through this kind of stuff. I mean, even when you know, when I was a wee girl, a lot of times I was in hospital for like a month at a time. You know, and taken out of school and not being with your mum and dad and being in a medical situation like that. And getting tests done. Back in the days, they never had CT scans, but it'd be like X-rays and stuff like that. And there was one procedure that I don't even know. I don't know if it was a lumbar puncture or what. But I was only a wee girl. I must have been about 8 or 9 year old, and they had me sedated. I wasn't put asleep. They had me sedated, and they put a needle about that up my spine. And I had to lie like in a fetus position like this while they put this up my spine. You know, I've had a lot of bad stuff done to me, so hospitals give me the fear. Maybe they've got that on my records. I don't know. But even talking about recently, like Lushtopia was there. I'm glad she was there at the time. The summer there when they had busted my ankle up again, and I had went to the hospital, and we just sat down, and there was this man, and he was kicking off, as we say. I'm talking to my daughter. It was a really hot day too, and he was kicking off this man, but he was in a wheelchair, but he seemed to be able to stand up and sit down and stand up and say stuff. He was all obviously well intoxicated and sit down like that. And there was a few girls behind us, right? Well, a wee baby like that. And we can hear her saying, oh, I can't even, what was his name? Uncle something? Uncle Frankie or something, the guy's name was. Right? Oh, there's Uncle Frankie. So she takes this wee baby over to this man that's completely gone, right? And she went, oh, there's Uncle Frankie. So this guy stands up and he's peed himself, right? And he's got pee all down his leg, like all down that side of his leg is peed like that. And she says, oh, Uncle Frankie, you've pissed yourself. And he went, aye, that's all right and all that. And she went, well, here's the wane. So she gives this guy the wane. So the guy's got the wane, he's full of pish, he's sitting in this wheelchair, he's unpredictable. I'm looking at my daughter and thinking, there's no absolute way. I'm thinking I should be intervene here, we're in the hospital. I'm a patient. Surely I shouldn't be the one to have to intervene with this situation here. What's going to happen? Right? So that was, you know, that was all going on. But it was, right, I don't know if I'll get a strike for this, right, but this is absolutely true, right? I'm in the wheelchair, leg busted, right, feeling terrible. This guy pissed himself, right? She eventually takes the wean off him. The police come in, right? I perk up again. Ooh. Right, so the police come in with some guy. Some guys get handcuffs behind them like that, bleeding and all this, like fed into the doctors like this. So this guy that's peed himself in the wheelchair, he stands up and he starts going like that to the police. And I was like, oh, Amanda. I said, you're not allowed to do that to the police. He's going to get arrested. Like that, there's going to be a scuffle on him. We couldn't believe it, right? We're like, oh my God. I'm like, no eye contact. Don't put eye contact. Talk to your mum. Don't eye contact him at all. We're invisible, right? I'm thinking that guy's going to get lifted. So the police did come over to him, and the police were giving him the finger like that, you know, and shaking the finger like that to him. I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So at the same time, the girls that was behind us, I hear them on the phone to someone, right? And they say, all right, I'm going to talk pure Glaswegian for you, so I hope you understand me. All right, it's me. I was wondering if you can do us a wee bit of, I'll square you up in the morning. And in fact, Tuesday, I'll square you up in the morning Tuesday. I'm like, my daughter, there's a drug deal happening behind us. There's a drug deal going on right behind us. You know, I'll square you up on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Have you got a wee bit of, you know, there's something happening, right? So I'm like, my God, drug dealer's guy pissed himself, police in. What else is going to happen? Next thing here, clink, clink, clink. Someone comes in with a carry out. I kid you's not. A carry out. And that is a bag full of booze. Clink, 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 clink. Like that behind us. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So we're actually, you know, trying to control our laughter. And as soon as we eye contact each other, that's all we need. Because I just need to look in her eyes and she knows what I'm thinking. And she's looking at mine and I know what she's thinking. So the two of us are trying to control the laughter. Because these people would come over and say, are you laughing at me? And I'm in the wheelchair. I'd need to get up and stand on one leg and go, I'm looking at you. You know, there'd be a whole thing. There'd be a whole thing. Police would be over, but not in a good way. It'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. So, right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I don't know if you've ever heard this story. So, right, all that's happened. Now, that's happened for a good couple of hours. All this has been going on. Right, we're still sitting there. Hottest day of the year, boiling hot. There's a wasp diving about the roof. And me and my daughter are sitting going, ooh, ooh. This wasp's getting close to us. Eventually, the moon tells us to come in. We're like, yes, it's my turn. My daughter wheels me in, a very good daughter wheels her mummy in and all that. And it's a nurse and she says, what's wrong? I says, it's my ankle. I says, I've busted it up. I says, I was, you know, up in my garden and I really busted it. So, and she says, whose wheelchair's that you're sitting in? Right? Whose wheelchair? It's my fucking wheelchair, right? But I'm like, that's a weird question. Yeah. Not as if I've said to somebody in the waiting room, here's you, go that wheelchair, that's mine. You sitting in that wheelchair, out. I'm claiming it. That's my wheelchair. I said to her, it's my wheelchair. Why are you in it? Now, I swear, now you probably think she's talking a lot of rubbish. Why are you in it? Because I felt, you know, that'd be a good approach to come down. I felt like it for a change. You know, I felt as if I was too good, but I just thought, let's bring myself down a peg or two. Let's sit in a wheelchair and go to the ER. Right? So I said, because I've busted up my ankle. Right? So I'm saying to her, she's going, what kind of pain is it? Is it a sharp pain? I'm saying it's burning. I says it's like a burning flame inside me. And I told her I've got this metal rod, blah, blah, blah. And she went, it could be a trapped nerve. Right? And I'm thinking, She's not even listened to it. And I said it's not a trap. I said, I can assure you, it's not a trap nerve. It's not a trap nerve, right? So she said, okay, go for an X-ray. So I thought, right, I'll go for an X-ray. I'll go for an X-ray. So I went out and I went for an X-ray, and my daughter was sitting and she went, Mum, I seen your X-ray. She says, that's that X-ray. She says, you could see the metal and all that in your leg. And I was like, oh, well, it's there. So eventually, after a wee while, the same nurse pulled us into her room, and she said, oh, she says, I had a look at your X-ray. She says, and whew, that was an X-ray and a half. And I was like, it's exactly what I told you it was going to be like. She went, and to be honest, I can't really read the kind of X-rays. She says, because the bits I look at, she says, aren't there, it's just metal. And I'm saying, a lot, see my ankle bone and all that's away, it's just metal, right? And she's going, a lot of the stuff I look at, it's not there, there's no bone, it's just like metal. And I'm saying, that's what it is. She says, well, just take some painkillers and maybe have to come back and see the specialist. And I'm thinking, what a bloody waste of time, sitting here all that time. So, was Joshua a bad boy? So, right, we were just dying to get out of the hospital at this point, just dying to get home because it was boiling hot. So my ex-husband, see, we got on really well. He was coming to collect us. So my daughter wheels us out. We're thinking, oh, that's that over. No, it's not over. That's that over. So we're sitting and we're trying to get a bit of a cool down. It was dark at this point, so at least, the sun was down, so we're getting a bit of a cool down. And the ER is down below, and there's a big like hill like that, right, going up to the car park. So we're sitting here, and round the corner there's a woman and a girl. She looked about 16 to us, maybe even younger, maybe 15, 16, right? And she says, is the police still round there? Is the police still there? And we were like, aye, their car is, the police car's still there, but I don't see any police. And the daughter pulls out a bottle of wine for her jacket. Right, Buckfast, that's what we drink, Buckfast. So she pulls out this bottle of Buckfast, and the daughter's like slugging this Buckfast. And the mum's going, hurry up you and finish that. See if any of these junkies seen you drink that, they'll be stealing it off you. Here, have a fag. Like that. Oh, thank you, Mike, for that. So, me and my daughter were like, oh, Jesus, and the woman's going, so what happened to you? And I'm going, my heart, my foot. And why did that happen? She says, are they your slippers? Are they brand new, these slippers? I'm going, either new, either look new. So where is it you stay? Do you stay next to each other? And I thought, for Christ, I was like, do I need to tell this absolute stranger here all of my life? Me and my daughter are looking at her going, this is unbelievable. So eventually she says, right, Moan, you will go in. So her and her daughter went in. I was like, me and Amanda at this time are cracking up. Like, oh my God. Get us home, right? That wasn't the end of it. I'm sitting, as I say, in the wheelchair, bottom of the hill. My daughter's next to me. A car parks like midway up this hill, this car parks, right? This man gets out and he gets one of the hospital wheelchairs. Now, the hospital wheelchairs are like industrial wheelchairs. They're heavy things, right? Heavy wheelchairs. I mean, they can put drips on these wheelchairs and everything, right? So he brings this wheelchair in, gets his father, or whoever it is, right, one of his family members, puts his family member in this wheelchair and says, I'm going to park the car, I'll be back in a minute. Away he drives off. As he does that, the guy starts to come down the hill without, the brake was off or something, towards us, getting faster and faster and faster. And the man's in the wheelchair and he's going, lad, towards us. I'm in the wheelchair trying to go for my life like that out the wheelchair. Amanda is on the mobile phone to our sister going, I'll need to phone you back a minute, there's an incident. She's putting the phone down. I'm fleeing for my life like that. The man's going, ah, like that down the hill. See, by the time my ex-husband... No, that's just one visit. This happens all the time. I'd visit this guy coming. See, just as well I'm quite handy. See, my wheelchair, I kind of know it. You know, I'm quite handy with my wheelchair. But see, if I had to been a different wheelchair, I'd have been squashed. There'd have been right on the sore leg. It would have been, you know, it'd have been terrible. Terrible. At least the police were there. So that's the kind of stuff. Thank you, Jake. That's the kind of stuff that goes on. That's the kind of stuff that goes on in my life. That kind of stuff. But that's why I'm not in any hurry at all, ever, to go to the doctors or hospital. They always keep me in, always. No, anonymous, it wouldn't be anything nice at all. It would have been a mangled wreck. So, I mean, that's just one visit. I swear, I've got, see, maybe I should tell you all these kind of stories because I've got so many stories throughout my life of hospital visits that have all ended. Yeah, there was one time, in fact, I had just fell pregnant with my first daughter, and I took an asthma attack because see, I've just got everything. I took an asthma attack and I ended up in oxygen and all the rest of it on. And there was a doctor and he was taking some of my blood, right? And I was going, okay, I don't want to look. And he was going, no, look. I was going, I don't want to look. And he was going, look at me doing it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to watch him. Right, he shouldn't have done it, but anyway, I watched him doing it. I was like, oh my God, look at that. And he said, I've been down there half an hour sewing a man's ear back on. And I was like, oh, you know, so much stuff. Well, I'll tell you, you know, that was a Friday night or something that we went to the ER, and it was like, you know, an eventful Friday night. You know, you weren't bored by any means. The man peeing himself, all of that all happened. I was saying to him, man, see if I would have had my phone and done a YouTube video, 1 million views, I'd have been trending. Let's trend all this. The guy who got kicked too, I can't remember that. Who got kicked? See, so much happens, I forget. Oh, the wee guy. Oh my God, this poor boy. No, he must have been about the age, probably even younger than Lushtopia had come in, and his face was, oh my God. I've never seen anything like it. One of his eyes was shot over. It was like that black and blue, and he was all cut and everything like that. And as I said, it was a hot day, so he was in the park apparently, and him and his friends, and they've seen some girls walking by, and he shouted, "All right, doll," or something to one of the girls. But the girl had a boyfriend, and they came over, and they absolutely beat the hell out of this boy. This boy was absolutely, oh, it was terrible. He was really beat up bad, and they'd obviously phoned his mum to come and collect him. And when his mum came, his mum was like 8-9 months pregnant, you know. And I thought, oh Christ, that poor woman's going to. And me and my daughter, we'd seen the boy, and the two of us were like, oh my God, see when she sees him, because they took him in a wee room first, and I thought, oh my God, see when that mum sees him, that mum's going to be like, I want to kill whoever done that to you. That's the way you feel when that happens to your child. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But that night there was drug deals going on, there was people with carry-outs, you know, people pissing themselves, there was near wheelchair accidents. You know, that was just in one night. That's what I'm saying. I think they've got it on my notes. Let's get her down, right? That's ward you're going to. Blueberry, you're going in that ward right there. Long Island. Oh, that sounds so good. Aye, the guy that peed himself, that's right. The guy that peed himself. He kept saying to the police, I want my walking stick back. They won't give me my walking stick back, right? And one of the nurses pulled up this putter, golf putter, and went, this? He went, aye. He says, that's my walking stick. He says, gonna geese it? And they went, nope. And I thought, please don't give him it. Please don't give this crazy guy a putter to be maybe swinging about, because he was unpredictable. Unpredictable. You're from London, Jake. Well, I hope the weather is better in London than what we have. We have horrible. Oh dear. I do have a way with words. Well, this is true. Anyway, guys, that's an hour I've been on, but I'm so glad to have yous. And it's lifted my mood now that I've been talking to. There's a lovely Addie doll. I hope you are well. Thank yous all for spending this time. Yous have made me feel a bit better getting into all this funny stuff. But anyone that's going through like mental health problems and all the rest of it, never feel as if you're alone, because you know there's people out there, and talking does help, which I've proven today, because talking to you has definitely lifted my mood, and I thank you all very much for that. So I'm going to bring you close now, because I'm going to kiss you, because I like to. That's just kind of way I roll. Thank you all again so much, and I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend and Saturday. Bye everyone.